Welcome to another Fountain Pen Day review. Today's review is going to be of the new Organic Studio Boyle. It's a new set of pens that they've come out with. Boyle being one of the one of the five actually that they have. It comes shipped in this tube, which works just fine. Let me zoomed in to bring it a little closer. There you go. Nice label. It gives you a little history. But the pen is based on Robert Boyle. Sorry. But simple, squishy, but it'll get it to the destination safely. Okay, the pen. The pen is Ebonite. This one is the green Ripple. Sorry, I just got it today. They just call it the green Ebonite, but you can see up close it has absolutely got ripple in it. Really nice. Good deep forest color. They have, what other colors do they have? They also have black, brown Ebonite, the green, which I have, and then the red. The red looked like it was closer to like that classic Waterman red. Let's start with the clip. Removing the cap. I know a lot of people like to know this, so we'll do. I think it was 3 turns to get the cap off of this one. Yeah, just about 3 turns. The Boyle, as well as all of them, is made by a company called Ranmanson, and they're the ones that actually made these pens for Organic Studio. You can see it's got like a black plastic button top. It's a little bit rounded, so it's smooth. And you have your gold tone clip holder part of the cap, and then it goes into the clip itself. At first, I thought the clip looked kind of, and it looked thin, but it didn't look strong. Let me tell you, I was actually really surprised, and I looked at this clip more than I looked at most other pens clips because it actually is really strong, holds secure, and tucking it into a pocket that's shaped for whatever reason seems to slide right in. So then there's a second gold banding around here, and you can see inside the cap, get some light in there. And this pen, because I got it with the sack, is $35. Regular price on this pen is $25 because it's generally an eyedropper filler. I'll move on to the pen itself, and then I'll show you the inside. We know where the sack is. Alright. The nib is an iridium point German nib. A little more light on here for you. It's got the got flat feed on it. It feeds well, I can tell you that. This one is a 2-tone. Now they do use different nibs. I believe they're all the same brand, but some of them are solid, not solid gold, but solid gold tone. They also have one that's it's a hooded nib. You can see them on there. Out of them, there is this one again being the Boyle because it says Boyle on there. I don't know about that, but there's a Mendeleev, which is the smallest one, and the Boyle, Alchemist. Boyle being this one, obviously, that's not hooded. Alchemist has a hooded top, so that just the point sticks out. Lavoisier, I hope I pronounced that right. It's a larger pen, so it's a little bit larger than this. And then they have what they call the OS Special, the oversized, and they're saying that it's about the size of a Mont Blanc 149. So, OS Boyle is printed on it. All of them have OS and then the name on them. I was told that you can scratch that off without doing any damage. I'm going to try that because I kind of don't care for that. At first I thought this was just, when I saw the pictures, part of the demonstrator when they take pictures and they're actually written on the pen what they are, to show people and they know without a doubt exactly what they're looking at. So let me try to take that off. Okay, let's get a little more light in here. And because this is or can be an eyedropper, you're going to see it takes 11 turns. I'm not going to keep doing it, I'm just going to spin this thing off. But it takes 11 turns to take this apart. And you'll see inside you have the sack. And it does feel really nice. It holds a good amount of ink. Exactly how much, I haven't gotten a chance to measure it yet. But it's it's Ebonite, so it's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's not extraordinarily heavy either. I'll weigh it in a moment. This sack can be removed. It's shellacked on there like any other one would be, but of course you can heat it up. You can pull this off and silicone these threads, and you are good to go to use it as an eyedropper. Of course, if you want to change it back, you need to have a new sack and shellac. Or if you didn't mind the capacity, losing some of the capacity, and you had shellac, obviously you could just cut this off here, and you would lose just a quarter of an inch, of capacity. And that is about it. The only thing I did notice with this section when I was writing, and it's not a bad thing for me, I'm sorry I shook the camera, is right here in the section, which is nice. It's actually a good size. It's not perfect for me, and I have big hands, so it means it's probably a really good size for everybody. My fingers, a lot of times I do that, when you're writing, you do that creep down, that this actually starts to dig into this part of my finger. So in a way, this pen kind of trains me to hold it up a little bit higher, and the threads are perfect because they don't dig into your fingers at all, but your finger, like the print part of your finger, the print of your finger actually grabs onto it really well, so you can hold it up a little higher, have great control. And for someone like me, that's good to hopefully improve the handwriting as time goes on. So, okay, I babbled enough. I know you want to see it right, but I wanted to make sure that I got some up-close pictures of just how beautiful the finish on this thing is. Really, really nice. Love that. Nice green ripple Ebonite. Okay, I'll be back. We're going to weigh it, we're going to ink it, and we're going to write with it. And we're back. We're going to give this a quick weigh. Again, this is going to be in grams. So in grams, well, it comes in at only 17.4. It feels heavier than that, actually. The cap, 6.4. That leaves the pen. Should be right around 11 grams, 11.1. This pen I actually write with unposted. It will post, and it will stay, especially being Ebonite, because Ebonite is, a hard rubber. It tends to stick on there pretty nicely and not shake around or move around or anything like that. So, to give you a quick comparison, Boyle. Here's a Wall Eversharp Skyliner 50. Here is a Mont Blanc 146. And we'll put in here also right next to it for a second. I'll show you the TWSBI 580 just for size comparison. The nib on this, had a little discussion actually with Aaron Zeller from Zeller Writing Company, which is the person I got this from. He was, other than Organic Studios themselves, he was the first retailer I found to actually get these in stock. But I'll hold this. This nib size, I think it's a 4. I'm pretty sure. Because it's close to, I just got more ink on me, great. The Wall Eversharp. It's not as broad though. I put it next to a nib Newler's Creeper, and that was smaller. And I believe that's a 3. So I think this is about a 4. Because the Mont Blanc is a 6. Correct? I believe so. So just for size comparison, you can do your own. If I'm wrong, sorry. But this way you guys can judge for yourselves. Today's ink, check this out. Just got this the other day. I was able to score a bottle of the new Wall Eversharp Wallberry Blue. So, and I got to use this already, of course, because I tried it the moment I got it. Really nice. This is a beautiful blue. Slightest sheen of purple to it. I know Sid changed it a little bit right before he sent it into production. He had this at the DC Super Show, and I was really grateful that I was able to acquire acquire a bottle of it. Fill in the ink sac, as you always do. You just want to let it sit, and it'll fill up gently. Of course, I just rested my fingers on the edge of the bottle and just realized that. It's great. Blue. It's nice. It's almost, it's not the same because I wrote right next to it, but it almost kind of has a Bay State blue-ish kind of color, but it's certainly not. It's not Bay State blue. Don't worry. All right, you get the cap on. We'll clean it up and get writing with this. Today, I also got a couple of new notebooks to try, so we'll see how this behaves. All right, I'm going to shake it for a second. Get you down. This is this is one of the new Clairefontaine, part of the 1951 collection. This is an A5 size notebook. I got this actually because I just made I made my own Midori notebook covers. Those of you that look on the Instagram, I posted a couple of pictures of it. This is my cereal box edition notebooks. But it's got Tomo River in it, so it may be Cheerios on the outside, but it's certainly good on the end. But anyway, so I got it because it fits in here perfectly, and they were a great deal. I think these books were $4 a piece, so I'll order more of them because it's certainly, while making my own notebooks is great, this is certainly a treat. Alright, okay. Get the pen down, get you in focus, and try and make sure that I stay where I need to so you can see this thing right, because this does write pretty nicely. I would say this, they call it a fine medium, and I would tend to agree with that. Just simple strokes. It's fairly fine. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty... yeah, pretty fine. Flows very nicely. There's no, really haven't had any skipping issues. It's not the wettest writer, but of course, if you know how to adjust the nibs, you can adjust them. I did have to adjust the tines ever so much on this one. They were slightly misaligned. But it was really no big deal. Oh. Good. And it does. Yeah, this is also, you have to remember, there's a lot of hot lights here that is drying this out quickly. One thing, though, that I did notice, is you can push a little bit, and you can get some flex out of this nib. Not everybody wants it, and that's fine, because unless you push for it, you're not going to get it. And that's the bottom line on that. You know, I've been practicing doing this for quite a while, and I know my handwriting's terrible. I'm just saying that if you practice at flexing, you can get flex out of a lot of pens that you normally wouldn't expect to. And that is absolutely the case here. Because this pen, the nib is not a flex nib at all. But you can get it out of it. Nice thin lines. And again, this is just something I do with my signature. And you can see the feed keeps up very, very nicely. I found a little test that I do to see just how well a feed keeps up when it's a flex nib, because this kind of pushes it to see just how much ink it'll flow out before. And you want to know what? It's pretty good. That's Only the second pen I've had to do that, and I've done this with quite a few pens as of late. I took a whole bunch of them out to try this. But, in any case, paper, again, is the, sure I spell it right, Clairefontaine. $19.51. And the ink, again, this is the new Walberry. Just writing a little bit more with this, just to give you guys an idea that of how well this is writing, because it is really smooth. It's got good feedback. The paper is obviously really nice, and pretty good. I haven't seen a skip yet. Very nice. Very nice pen. All Ebonite, I mean, pretty green color. Give you one more close up of that nib. Ay caramba. Very nice two-tone nib, simple. I mean, for $35, you really can't, you can't go wrong. My only gripe, I said, is that it's got the OS Boyle in white. It's just my personal thing that I didn't care for. The clip I was a little about, but like I said, I'm very surprised at how well this clip worked. I mean, this is a very strong clip. I have no gripes with it at all. Not anymore. And this Ebonite is really, I mean, they chose some beautiful Ebonite to do this in. I can only imagine what something like the Red Ripple looks like. Certainly worth looking into. Again, this one I got from, you can get it from Organic Studios. This I got from Zeller Writing Company. And that's about it. Thanks for taking the time to watch. And remember Fountain Pen Day this year, November 1st. Always the first Friday in November. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.